Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey. All right. Well, we made it through wild card weekend. Loki thrived through wild card weekend. Um,
No, in a sense.
In a sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, what major takeaways do we have?
I feel like things were clicking pretty well. I don't remember being like super frustrated very frequently, as I feel like I've been in a lot of the regular season games. Obviously, week after week, we talked about play calling and just offensive mistakes, defensive shortcomings, and I have less of those complaints today, I feel.
Mm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed, for sure. Um,
Trying to
I
think.
guess some yeah, some noticeable things was that there was not a run game, I would say, offensively. But we found a way,
Hmm.
which had you told me last week before the game, honestly, that that would happen, I would have been like stressed. But I mean, the screen pass to Shakir that we've been like low-key hating on, it worked a good handful of times.
Yeah.
Um, Brandon Cook's involvement,
Hmm.
Coleman.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked by
Um,
that.
That was, I feel like I don't remember exactly how this went in my brain, and I had had a couple of drinks, so maybe I'm dramatizing it because of where I was at. But in my brain, it was like they threw the pass and they didn't pan to who it was going to until it was caught, and I was so shocked that it was Tom Coleman.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was very shocked.
I was surprised. There was not a ton of like tight end involvement,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's a matter of not showing all our cards, even though everyone already knows. Or if they were shutting something down that I wasn't seeing, but I was surprised by that. Um, Not necessarily like upset about it if it's all part of the plan, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean the Josh Allen tush push slash
That
carry touchdown was crazy. Just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was awesome.
that was on my notes as well. That was like um yeah.
Hmm.
I also thought that the defense looked great. I was saying that we needed interceptions and then we got them.
Hmm.
Um First Shaq Thompson, and then I had said from the beginning of the game, I was like, we need a Cole Bishop interception. We need Cole Bishop interception. And I mean, I have to say, at that point in the game, I was no longer saying that anymore, obviously. And there it was.
Hmm.
There it was. And I mean, I just want to give like Trey White is fucking insane. Like I I mean, I can talk about this later as far as like looking ahead to next week, but like or this week, I mean, but I want to see Trey White get an interception so bad. Like I know that maybe not it's might not be that realistic, but like the man deserves it. He's been busting his ass out
Yeah.
there and he is so old and he's just gotten like honestly has just like if you're looking at like a chart like improve throughout the season and I'm like, damn, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It makes me think of his storyline in Hard Knocks. Just I don't
Hmm.
know, it just makes me feel happy to think about him doing his little mantras and like kind of
Yeah.
positive self-talk before each game, especially to see him succeed, knowing that that's probably what's happening behind the scenes is cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Dude looks amazing right now, so
Yeah, we'll manifest an interception for him this weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was oh sorry, go are you gonna say something?
I was just thinking about how we had, obviously the two true interceptions, but I feel like there were several other times in that game where we were really close to picking them off as well. Like it was, which I'm pretty sure, unless I'm getting my stats mixed around, that's pretty typical for Trevor Lawrence. I think that he has one of like the higher records for throwing interceptions, I think.
Mm.
But not to say that our defense didn't do a good job, but I was extra hoping for some interceptions as I saw that stat before the game on Sunday.
Mm. I think that I feel like I've heard of that, but I also feel like there was something about it having been, and I could be making this up as well, because I definitely like I know what you're saying. Um, but I feel like there's something too though about it having had been down because of how hot, like I think that was part of what they were saying, like how hot they were coming into
Mhm.
that game had something to do with the fact that he like hadn't been.
Yes,
Does
I
that make
think you're
sense?
right. I think you're right. Yes, he had like a poor interception record earlier in the season, but he was
Yeah.
seeming to clean it up before this game. So people were thinking that it was going to be a good showing for him.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I was even happy with like I was even happy with the play calling and like with Coach McDermott throwing the challenge flag.
Mm.
I feel like there's been times in the past where that's been a criticism of McDermott and that he doesn't throw the challenge flag. And you know, that was huge um to throw that. It was the second quarter. They spotted the Jags as getting a first down. Um, but after they reviewed it, the shin was down, and it certainly was, which resulted in turnover on down. So
Yeah.
that was huge. That was
Mhm.
huge.
Definitely, I think showing a boldness that people have been asking for from the administrative
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Boldness. I mean, it was a correct call, so it's not like it's like taking really a risk, but still.
Criticisms on the other hand. Um, I think some people have been really critical of like the last offensive drive at the end of the game, saying that he should have taken more time.
Hmm.
Um, any thoughts on that?
I definitely had that feeling when it was happening, like, oh, I'm nervous that there's still a lot of time left on the clock. But I think when the game is so close like that, I think it's about trust. At that point in a playoff game, when it's going score for score, you just need to get the points on the board because you never know what's going to happen. Like, I think you could try to draw it out as long as you want to. And then all of a sudden, there's 40 seconds left, and God forbid Josh Allen throws an interception and we don't get that score that we thought was a sure deal. And we just pissed away the whole game clock thinking that there was a score at the end of the drive and there wasn't. Like I think in that situation, it's okay to go ahead and score and trust your defense to hold off, you know, the opposing team. But I understand criticism about not being like more methodical on that drive, but I don't think that that necessarily applies in every single situation.
Yeah, I very much agree with your perspective as well. And um, yeah, absolutely. Like word for word, agree. And really like that the trust in the defense. And I think it ties again back into the what did we say before about throwing the challenge? Assertive,
Boldness.
is that the word we used?
Yeah.
Bold? Whatever. Um, I think it can go back to that too again, right? Like, yeah, I like that. I liked it. And I mean, the defense did show up and show out, and I
Yeah.
mean that was a great moment. Definitely one of those memorable moments that, riding that high, that feeling it will be something that you remember for a long time.
Yeah.
Where were you when Cole Bishop got the interception to end the game against the wild card weekend against the Jags 2026, Like that was crazy.
That's one of those moments where I'm like, I wish we had a camera set up in the living room to see like the way everyone reacted because it's one of those moments where everyone goes crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. It was crazy. Crazy energy for sure.
Hmm.
Um, do we have any sort of other like criticisms?
Not a criticism, and we'll certainly get into this later, but definitely a low point of the game. There were so many injuries. Like I was really afraid the whole time. I was talking to somebody random, one of my coworkers, I think, about just the Bills and the playoff run and whatever. And um, mentioned something about like, oh, I'm just nervous about the injuries. And they're like, yeah, well, they're kind of a fragile team. And I was like, rude but true.
Yeah.
um, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I my only like maybe criticism, and this is really only because I was like looking for something, is like getting to the quarterback a little bit quicker would
Hmm.
be nice. Would be nice, but
What do you mean by that?
like sacks,
Oh, defensively.
defense,
Yeah.
just saying. But I don't know.
There was some moments where it was like, get him, like he's running away right now, like
Yeah.
tackle him.
And then my only other criticism is more so, I guess I would say, of the refs, like Josh Allen getting beat up. A quicker whistle would be appreciated at times. Although I don't know if the uh downside of that is does the whistle get blown on the tush push quicker if
Mm,
but forward progress, that's
that was so
that's
crazy.
different. It's
That
a
was
different situation. But there was some cheap shot kind of things that I was like, Josh Allen just got dinged, like dented. He's like a dent in a car right now, like a couple of times for no apparent reason. Like
yeah.
Yeah, he got rocked a lot. That is certainly true. At least
I
one.
just remember like the injuries being things that were like not, like if you get sacked, you get beat up, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's part of the game. But I just remember it being things like that doesn't seem like it should quite be happening right now. And then same, only other criticism is like what the heck was the mess that happened before the end of the second or the end of the first half, like, and then with like calling us offsides, defensive offsides, and then they're like they ran out of time and then missed the field goal. And you know what that is? The ball don't lie. The ball don't lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I really think overall it was a fantastic game. It was even fun too, like to listen post game and just see. I mean, they're competitors. They want to win. Obviously, we know that. This is not new, but just like I think Josh said, like the reward now is we get to play another one. Like
Yes. Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot too. And just
I like
I think
that.
he said like one more or something like that. We
Yeah.
got one more. Which, is not to say that they don't think they're gonna progress, but he's just saying that all that's guaranteed is one more game. So I think
Mhm.
that's a cool mentality to have of lay it
Agree.
all out there because you have to.
Mhm. For
Shooter's
sure.
gonna shoot.
Shooter's gonna
Totally.
shoot. Shooter's gonna fucking shoot.
Um, yeah, it was a fun game to watch. I feel like I felt positive the whole time, I feel like. It didn't feel, I think a lot of our comeback wins are, pretty dismal for the first half or so, and then it kind of gets exciting, but it felt exciting and like we were in it the whole game. So I didn't really have, you know, dread and crash out energy for any of the game, I feel like, which made it really fun.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. For sure. Um, Anything else?
not that I can think of.
Okay. On that note, we can enter into tailgate talk. Um, we're, we typically talk about injuries, off the field stuff, and probably playoff picture today. But we always start with the injuries, and you know, Lord knows there's a lot to say. So,
There is a lot to say. I have it pulled up.
Definitely.
Did either of you see the notification from the NFL app before we hopped on about how many players are listed on the injury report today?
no,
No,
Do either of you want to take a guess at how many players are listed on the injury report today?
I don't know. I don't think I can take it.
I don't know if I want to say a number because I feel like that
I
could be
know.
bad juju if I overshoot it or something.
I think it would be hard for you to overshoot it.
Oh,
Is it like 20?
No, that is overshooting it.
okay,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. So,
It's 15.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Let's begin. We'll start with our as always did not practice. And again, we are filming on Wednesday, so we know that this is a dangerous game to play looking at the injury report on Wednesday. Today, Maxwell Hairston did not practice. Ty Johnson did not practice. Jordan Poyer did not practice. And Tyrell Shavers, of course, did not practice. If you haven't heard by now, he is out for the season with a ACL tear.
I think that he officially ended up getting moved to IR at some point today.
Yes.
I saw that as well. So of course, yeah, he did not practice today.
And also, Poyer has already been ruled out for
Mhm.
Sunday's game.
Which I really hate that, honestly.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, Jordan Poyer is there making tackles at the end of a lot of plays, like a lot. So I, again, another old guy, but I really feel like that's a loss, honestly.
For sure.
Big loss.
Mhm.
Um, Moving on to limited practice. So we have hope for these folks. Terrell Bernard, AJ Epineza, let's see. Dalton Kincaid, Matt Milano, Ed Oliver was limited practice today. That is a return that we're grateful for, certainly. Um, Greg Rousseau and Shaq Thompson were all limited today.
I'm very hopeful that all of those guys will be, up and going because there wasn't anything super notable that happened in the game
Mhm.
that would lead me to believe otherwise. So,
Yeah, I'm hopeful for that too. I'm hopeful we get a lot of people, elevated to full practice and ready to play closer to the end of the week here. But, something to consider too, though, I guess, is that we're playing on Saturday and we're the first game of the weekend on Saturday. So we have a shorter
short week.
recovery time, which really kind of sucks for a team that's so banged up.
Absolutely.
By comparison, the Broncos have 4 people on their injury list.
And they didn't play last week. So
Right.
that's the advantage of being the number one seed right there. And
Right.
I am, yeah, that is, I think that, yeah, I think that that could definitely be a very big factor
Mm-hmm.
when we look at this. I really do. So,
A couple of folks who are on their injury report but were full practice today. First and foremost, Josh Allen. He was a full practice, but I will say he's on the injury report with 3 injuries listed: foot, knee, and right finger.
Oh.
So, anyway, Damar Hamlin was a full practice today. Awesome. Matt Prater was a full practice today. He did not practice yesterday. So maybe just resting. He's also listed, I think before it was just a quad injury that he was rested for, and now his calf is involved, which is unfortunate.
Mm.
And Curtis Samuel was a full practice today as well.
Samuel, that's who I was thinking of.
Another
Is returning,
name we
right?
haven't heard in a while.
Yes.
That helps. That
Yep.
helps with the the wide receiver situation, hopefully.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
That's what I got.
So, can we talk about that for a second? Because we have Ed Oliver and Chris Samuel are back they were on IR. And now Monday, their 21, is it their 21-day practice window opened up?
Yeah.
So that means they have to go through 21 practices before they can
No.
be in a game.
No.
So what does that mean?
That means that they have 21 days to be put on the roster.
Okay. So they could play this weekend.
Mhm.
Okay.
That would be ideal. That would be the ideal
That
situation.
would be good.
That is what we're hoping for.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Um,
good to know.
Also, it didn't come up Gabe Davis's
Mm.
ACL as well.
Yes, I guess I don't know why they put Shavers on and left him off, but yeah, same deal with Gabe. Gabe Davis has a torn ACL too, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing Davis got to put on the put on IR before Shavers did.
Yeah, which let's talk about that. Shavers played
Yeah,
22 snaps with a torn ACL.
that's
Wow.
crazy.
Holy shit. That's insane.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah,
actually.
What
yeah,
the fuck? That is crazy.
I know. I know. Absolutely. I don't know. I was like fake crashing out last week about injuries in hindsight. At this point, it's like it's bad. It is bad. And I can't help but like nervously laugh, honestly, because it is not good. We are down bad in Buffalo. But you know what? It is what it is at this point.
Hmm.
No, when you think about it, when are we not riddled with injuries at this point in the season? This happens every year.
True. My only qualm is I feel like I've never seen Josh this banged up. And I
Yeah.
also feel like I've never seen the narrative pushed so heavy that Josh is our only hope.
Yeah.
And those two things together are making me feel so ill.
Yeah.
What was I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this, but what was the injury last year though that he had?
I think his wrist was a little effed up
Yes,
last year, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, but not non-throwing hand, correct? Or
Mm,
throwing hand.
I think he was throwing in, but am I remembering wrong? I thought that was earlier in the regular season. Was that in the playoffs?
Nah, it came out that he had
I
like a
don't know.
broken shit, but was playing with it anyways.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Huh.
know why I can't remember this.
I think it was something with his hand. I think he
And it
had,
was not good.
Definitely,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right.
So I don't know. I don't
Ugh.
know. I don't know if there's much else to say about injuries. Honestly, it'll probably come back up when we talk more about upcoming the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we just leave it at that. Um, yeah. I don't know. We could sit here and talk about it. It's not gonna change anything.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's
Something
Oh,
to
true.
talk about.
I was gonna say that Hairston and Johnson, it would be really nice if maybe they practice in the next couple of days. That would be well, it'd have to be tomorrow.
Yeah. Ugh.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's tough. It's just really rough. It's such a
Yeah.
short week. I mean,
What is Ty Johnson out for? What has he
he
been?
is out. Harrison and Johnson actually are out with ankle injuries.
Mm,
You know though, if they don't come back, we win this game. We got more fresh guys. Eventually, if we can just stay in the fight long enough.
yeah.
True.
I don't know.
Ugh, I feel like I was gonna say this earlier, but I feel like Tailgate Talk is a good time to talk about it. I last week was feeling nervous and I was thinking about last season when we lost in the playoffs and I think Abby, you and I were texting about how we needed to take a step back this year because it was so emotionally devastating and we were like holy shit, like this is like so deeply rooted in like my being and maybe I need to take a step back. And so I was thinking kind of all last week, I was like, I need to like taper my expectations and not get too excited because, I don't want to have my soul crushed again. And I think by doing that, I've made it less exciting. And so I
Mm,
need to back up. I
yeah.
need to get invested and get excited again. Not that I'm always excited, I'm always invested, but it's just like I went too far the other way. I was trying to protect myself and I just need to lay it all out again because it's more fun that way.
I'm calling it cautiously optimistic
Good.
too.
That's good.
Um, I don't know. I was definitely pretty cranked on Sunday, Monday, let myself try to just live my life right now, but Saturday I will be absolutely cranked again. Like I've been able to get let go of it at times, and I think that helps. That helps.
I'm just so nervous. I'm
Yeah.
like every hurdle we jump, there's one that's like three times taller soon in the distance. And I'm just like, God, it's just rough. We're just on a rough road. And that is what pisses me off about people saying that this is the easiest road to the playoffs that the Bills have had. I know we talked about this last week, but it's still pissing me off. I feel like I haven't seen that as heavily this week, like now that we're actually in the playoffs.
Mm.
But I'm like looking at the possibilities for who, we would be playing down the line, and I'm like, I don't want that at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to play them ever again.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm just like, and it's for every single team that we could play in the next 3 weeks. I'm like, no, thank you.
That's exactly. I know. That's where I was at too. I'm like, I'm so immediately like Sunday night, I was like, I'm so nervous now because
Yes.
I'm not even just thinking about this weekend. I'm thinking about what even is going to happen. And at that point, we were still waiting on the other two games. So I was like, I don't know, but I don't want to play anyone else yet. Like, I don't,
Mhm.
it's
I
so
know.
nerve-wracking. And then I saw something that I think it was the NFL put out of like with all the teams left, the possible Super Bowl contenders.
Oh yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, I don't want to play any of those teams either.
Yeah. I mean, even thinking about the AFC championship, you know, we're looking at the Texans or the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes, bro. Hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer the
Me
Patriots.
too.
Me too.
The Texans are scary.
I agree.
Mhm.
And I think the Patriots can beat the Texans.
You think so?
I do.
See, I want the Patriots to win this game, like,
Never thought you'd say that, did you?
but I don't think that they will. I really don't.
I like shudder at the thought of the Texans defense. They are scary. They
Yeah.
are so scary.
Having nightmares this week.
Literally. This week preemptively. We're not even there yet, and I'm having nightmares. Yeah. Yikes.
And
Well, I
then I
guess we'll talk
go,
about this next week, but yeah.
right, exactly. Because then I circle back and I'm like, okay, can't even,
Yeah.
we just have to get through this
Just
week.
be here.
Yeah.
True. Listen to Josh. One
Yeah.
more week. One
Yeah.
more game. That's all we're guaranteed.
For real.
Mhm.
Yeah, what a wild card weekend was freaking it was lit.
Oh
It was
my
great.
God. It was crazy.
It
Well,
was
except for the
great.
Patriots game.
Yeah, that was
They kind of slopped the Chargers. I
yeah.
didn't watch Monday night either, but
That was a slow starting game,
Yeah.
I thought.
It was very like dreadful
And
at
then
first.
and then
And
I
then
checked
once
back and I was like, after like halftime in the third quarter, I was like, whoa, like what flipped around here?
yeah, it was kind of brutal to watch, honestly, but you know. Our game was great. Bears and Packers was great.
God,
Um,
what a good game. That was crazy.
Niners and Eagles was great. Uh, I don't. I did not watch the Rams and Panthers.
Uh, I was in and out for that game. That was a pretty good game
Yeah.
too. That was another a close one.
Great, great weekend. Great weekend. And let me just say on the record that I predicted 5 out of 6 of the games correctly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who'd you get wrong?
I was really hoping that the Chargers would beat the Patriots.
Mm.
Yeah.
More as a hope than
Hmm.
whatever. But it's all good. It's all good. Um, I think I have my picks for this week too. Um, I don't know if we want to go there or not, but
Let's wait and do let's wait and do that. Like, well, actually, I guess we could do that now. Any other tailgate talk, things off the field to note?
So,
I did have one. The Ravens have supposedly requested to interview Joe Brady as their head coach.
I did see
oh,
that. I see so much like clickbait shit though about the Bills that I like kind of enrages me.
mm.
That one I believe is accurate. He can't be interviewed until after the playoffs. But I mean, I was shocked that he would be considered for a head coach position. A part of me is like, take him.
We'll
Like,
see.
how much do you need? How much do you need for to take him? Because I will pay you to take Joe Brady off of our hands.
Yeah,
Which I mean,
he was a headache to us this whole
yeah,
season, honestly. So I don't blame you for that.
maybe I shouldn't be so critical. Last week worked out, but like,
Speaking of just, administration changes, I think continues to be interesting to see what happens with firings of head coaches and offensive coordinators and such. The head coach of the Steelers stepped down from his position, which I thought was kind of interesting. He coached for 19 years.
mm,
Wow.
Crazy. With the Steelers.
yeah.
Um, yeah, just always interesting. It makes me I feel like I've never paid attention to that before, I guess. And maybe this year is just a year of a lot of change. I saw a stat somewhere that they're close to being like a third of the NFL teams are close to being coachless at this point,
Ooh,
which
that's
is
a lot.
crazy.
That is
So I don't know if it's common for that to be there to be that much turnover in one season, you know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. how it shakes out. I think the was it the Browns were interviewing Mike McDaniels? Did you see that?
Really.
Yeah.
That'll be what really messes me up is seeing coaches that I've known with one team for years be somewhere completely different. Mike
Hmm.
McDaniels in Cleveland, no. Like that is crazy.
That's
They
like,
just like hate their football team if you're gonna hire Mike McDaniels. Like that team is such already so down bad, and then you're gonna hire Mike McDaniels. Come on. Do you have no money? Like what is going on?
Well, yikes.
that's like the coach of the Jets is now what is he's with the 49ers.
Yes.
That threw me off.
Whenever I see it, it's like undercover boss. Like I see them in other colors and I'm like, who is this person? They look so familiar, but I can't
Like
place.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I love that analogy. Like
Yeah.
that's perfect. But
it.
hey, in that case, the 49ers are not doing bad, so
Sure.
whatever.
Maybe it's a vibe difference, a personality
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike McDaniels will really bring it together in Cleveland. Who knows? God
Yeah.
bless them. The Browns fans when I went to that game were so nice. They deserve something good.
I know. Not
People.
not I don't wish Mike McDaniels on them. I really don't. I don't know.
Oh
Anyway.
God, he's so weird. My favorite clip of him is him being like, to win football games, you got to score more points than the other team, and we didn't do that. So it's like, did you like smoke 4 joints before you came to the press conference? I'm really confused.
Oh shit. Good times.
Fine if you did, but just tell us. Like, have fun.
It's entertaining at least, you know?
Yeah. The only other thing that I have that's so far from the field, it's not even funny, is um Haley Steinfeld looks so pretty at the Golden Globes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
She's so pregnant. She looks so good. And her Instagram post was so cute. She said like it was something about like my newest plus one or something.
mm.
It was about her baby. Her and Josh's baby, of course.
I saw someone comment because I think the goal, like some news outlet posted something about Haley Steinfeld, like congratulating her, and then it was something about how Josh Allen shared her like post on his story and how he still is rooting her on, even though he opted out of going to the Golden Globes. And a comment was like, he didn't opt out. He was winning a wild card weekend for the Bills. Like he had his own job to take care of.
Yeah. I saw something about on the other end of that actually about Haley not being at the game and hosting the Golden or like being a announcer at the Golden Globes instead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Someone said an announcer made comment to the Bills having won during the Golden Globes too. I don't know. I didn't watch them, so
Me
I'm not
neither.
sure. But
Oh, someone,
that's what I heard.
yes, when Haley, because her movie won a Golden Globe, and when they were walking up, they were like, and congratulations to the Bills, Haley.
Go
Yep.
Bills!
I was hoping she would say something, but she didn't. But it's
She
okay.
said
You
some she has some
know,
bars regarding the Bills though, so we can
Yes, she
see them.
does.
She like the edits that start with her talking about like look who's at the helm. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a good one.
anyways, shall we talk about the playoff picture more now, or
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
I have picks. Most of my picks go off of I say vibes, but like educated vibes, you know?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, um, let's see what we got going here. So Saturday we have obviously we start with us at 4:30.
Mhm.
Um, Bills and Broncos. I'm obviously gonna pick the Bills. We'll get into that. Saturday, 8 p.m. we have the Niners and the Seahawks. I really want the Seahawks to win. and I want to play the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Okay.
Sunday we have the Rams and the Bears at 6:30. I got the Bears.
Yeah.
I do. And then Sunday, 8 p.m., Texans and Patriots. I'd like to see the Patriots win, but like I said earlier, I honestly think the Texans I honestly think the Texans will win this game.
This might be a stupid question. Did they play each other in the regular season?
I don't think so. I tried looking that up and I couldn't.
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Patriots just because that's really what I want.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough.
But I don't know. I think that Niners and Seahawks game is gonna be a great game.
Yep.
Um,
I
looking at well, the Niners lost Kittle last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
about that. But like if you the Niners and Seahawks do play each other during regular season, obviously, and they there's a win for each team
Hmm.
during the regular season. So
I
that'd be
don't think I've
interesting.
seen the Seahawks play at all this year. So
That's true. I don't think I have either. That's where the vibes come in, you know?
yeah, I'll be interested to watch that though.
Hmm.
Shall we talk about the Bills this week and
Yeah,
focus on that game?
Trust. I saw something today that was talking about, which I didn't even remember this, I guess because we were so focused on the Chiefs last year, but we beat the Broncos in the divisional round.
Hmm.
I was there,
Oh, there you go.
so
Uh
I remember it.
30-7, I think it said.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that.
I
So
know
people
what I was
were
gonna
like
say.
people were like this is a revenge game for the Broncos because we knocked them out of the playoffs last year.
Oh,
Don't do that. I'm already scared.
and yeah,
They're
no, I don't like
a significantly different team than they were then too. Not
True.
necessarily like, um, well, a little bit as far as like roster, but like just have improved significantly.
Mhm.
So, I remember what I was gonna say, and it ties into this is that something that and I don't know if this is like in my head, but Josh Allen is he the most experienced quarterback in the playoffs at this point?
As experience as far as years in the league.
Um, I guess more so as far as number of playoff appearances.
Matthew Stafford on the Rams is
Mm. Yes,
old as hell. There's no way that he's not been to the playoffs as many times. Well, I guess there is a way, but
that is true. I guess my point was that when you look at and I think I'm using this too as a way of like trying to put myself at ease is Josh Allen looks to me again very much off of vibes um looks kind of more like mentally sound or mentally equipped for the playoffs. Um, because there were some big, and I hope this isn't like, I hope this doesn't come back to bite me, but
Mhm.
like, I think that both, Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen looked pretty nervous at the beginning of that game, but like, I don't know. Josh Allen has done it before. Trevor Lawrence did make more mistakes. Like, I guess I could see where you're you're able to get like shaken a little bit in at this point in the season. And I don't did not see that so much with Josh. And I hope that that continues because I do believe that that could make a difference, honestly.
that is an interesting point. And when you look on the other side of the ball, I mean, Bo Nix is in his sophomore season. Is that right? Maybe his third year.
That that sounds right to me.
So he's, you know, not even got half of the time that Josh has got in the NFL as a whole. So
Yeah. Yeah. I guess if we want to talk about like this Broncos team as a whole though, I really believe that the that we're going to be singing a similar tune to talking ahead of last week's game, honestly. Um quite comparable actually to the Jags. Broncos have a strong rushing defense, strong red zone and third down defense. Um they have a stronger passing offense than rushing. Um and yeah, I feel like this is exactly
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just, echoing myself to last week almost. I think what's actually different, arguably, is um, I believe it is a better defense and um, arguably a weaker offense. There's some concerns circulating for the Broncos offense, I guess. Hasn't been up to par. So
interesting.
that's interesting. Very, very interesting.
Um, it's interesting to talk about to hear you talk about the defense. They are ranked number two in the NFL for
Mm.
the defense behind, of course, our favorite, the Texans. So
Mhm.
it could be a rough couple of weeks for us.
Yeah, that makes me scared.
Yeah.
It does.
Me too.
Especially the way we crumbled under the Texans defense.
Hopefully, we learn from that though, and we're ready to go.
Hmm.
However, yes, exactly, because the thing that the Texans shut down was the run.
Yes.
We had the run shut down last week. We
Hmm.
squeezed it out. So,
Yeah, I was to say, where are the Jags defense on that list?
Good question. Jaguars were ranked 11th.
mm,
Oh,
But that's interesting because I thought I had seen that they were like top five for sure. But
yeah. I thought we were saying last week they were higher, but
Mhm.
what do we hope to see this week?
As we were saying earlier, interceptions again, a Treyway interception would be
Mhm.
electric. I think that kind of ties into our conversation about Bo Nix being a younger, less experienced quarterback. Maybe Worrell will be able to frazzle him and pick him off a few times. That would be exciting. Um, good defense. Hoping for
Yeah.
that and hoping for I guess kind of forced everybody eats mentality again. We got to move the ball around.
hmm.
Um, I'm talking a lot and I'm sorry, but tight end involvement I think would be good this week too.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agree. I agree completely. Going off of interceptions, I would, um, I think that that made a huge difference in last week's game, and we have to capitalize on that. And taking it a little bit farther, the defense scores. Just saying, just putting it out there. Um, I think that's part of me like being like, damn, like they deserve it. Like
Mm.
I want to
Yeah.
see them score. Like they've been busting their ass. Um, but I also I believe that they can. So,
Yep.
and I think too, um, we need to stop the Broncos run game. And then that will also allow some of these other things that I would like to happen. And yeah, big defense. Obviously, I think that that really, I think that that really supports our offense. I think that um at times, especially earlier in the season, I feel like we were seeing that like ugly football that just was like there wasn't a lot of faith in our defense. There wasn't a lot of faith in our offense, and they couldn't feed off of each other, and
Mhm.
it was just a big ugly mess. But when they work harmoniously, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, and I think that that ties back into where like, Coach McDermott had the confidence in his defense to put them back on the field at the end of the game last week. Like, I just think I'm also rambling now at this point too, but like I think that that makes a world of a difference for our offense to know that like, hey, we've got your back, like, and then they come out and, you know, mess shit up, get the ball back in offense's hands. Offense doesn't waste it. Everybody's happy.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also hoping for really disciplined football. It really
I'm
pisses
cool
me
for
off
that.
when, oh, I keep freezing, sorry. It really pisses me off when we lose yards or
Mm.
for stupid reasons. Like it's
Yeah.
they need to, and I'm not saying that that was a huge problem last week. I mean, there were a couple of mistakes, and I think it's fair to be a little bit jumpy, going into the playoffs, but no silly mistakes that cost big yards because that's just always a recipe for disaster when that starts happening too much.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. I have more faith that we're able to find find a way, as they say, offensively, and um
Mhm.
yeah, I just hope that wasn't a fluke last week.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
Yeah.
it, it'll time will tell. I'm ready for it. Ready for it to get here.
Yeah.
It'll be here soon.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
nervous, but I am also don't want to wait any longer.
yeah,
My nerves.
for sure,
Mhm.
for sure. Um, cool. Do we have any strong score predictions?
I'm nervous to do that. I don't.
You don't. For score predictions, the Bills are favored as far as, or at least they were earlier in the week. I don't know if things have changed at all um, uh, like as injuries and stuff have come out. I think like if I were to make a score prediction, I think I would stick with my same exact prediction as last week, or at least like same exact. Like I think a lot of people are going to be predicting like a three-point game again. And I'm going to go ahead and be ambitious and say, honestly, I think I said 21-14 last week, and I'm going to say the same thing because arguably I think we could score more than that, but
I
I don't want to get crazy.
I am feeling crazy, but the whole time I've been thinking about score predictions, I've been feeling a two score
Yeah,
game.
Mm.
I'm feeling
I
that
think it's
vibe
gonna be
too.
higher scoring than that though.
In 28-14. I
Mm,
think our defense can hold them. I don't know.
I'd like that. I'd love if we were up by a score the whole game. I have you guys been seeing chatter about the Broncos being kind of a comeback team as well?
Have I heard that?
I just
Maybe.
saw
I don't
something
know.
that said that they had more than I think it said six. It said I think it said they had six comeback wins,
Mm,
like
Mm.
close comeback wins in the regular season.
okay.
Mm.
So
Interesting.
I'm hopeful that our defense can hold them and that we're in control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I think typically I throw out there my who I think is gonna score too.
Hmm.
And I think Josh is like a given.
Say
Um,
that too.
honestly, I think a running back is gonna score. I don't know why. And I think Kincaid and I think defensive.
There
Mm.
you go. I like it.
I don't know. I truthfully believe that we can beat all of these teams that are currently in the playoffs. I believe that. I just, any given Sunday, especially this year, as we've been saying, injuries, trying to keep it in check this year too, as far
Yeah.
as my emotions, trying to stay regulated. I don't know.
Exciting. I need to lean into my excitement and not be scared.
Yeah, that'd be
That's my
great.
that's my mantra for the week. Lean into your excitement and don't be scared.
Hmm.
All right.
Now's the time. Now's the time to lean in. You're a few days away. Like now's the perfect time to start lean into that again.
And hopefully they don't ruin my life.
All right. Well,
Anything else?
any other final thoughts? No. All right.
Not for me.
On that note,
Be good
do good
God bless.
and
and go
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 Bills.
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 And cut.